Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Art to Ravencast Live. Today on the stream, we will be interviewing Fritangaplays about the downfall of Nintendo. How is Glitch and Dan doing tonight? I'll be joined by Glitch and Dan tonight.
I'm doing pretty good, man. I think this is a great opportunity to I don't know, either get clowned on or clown on some people who deserve it. Let's just say that.
Indeed, 100,000%.
Why do you sound so far away from the mic?
Wait, I'm not. I'm here,
Oh,
right?
why not?
Never mind. You sound a little bit louder now.
So anyway, we got our guest in waiting to call.
Oh yeah,
Glitch.
go ahead and drag him.
I don't think I have that.
Hello, Fritanga.
How's it going?
How's it going, brother? We're
Am I
already
allowed to
live. Huh?
Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Yes,
go ahead.
sir.
We're all adults. Go ahead. Say fuck,
Yeah.
shit, poop, or whatever.
Oh, perfect.
That's because
Okay.
it
The
offends
only
Nintendo
word,
fans.
the only thing, the only word we can't say is the N word.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to get
Oh.
banned.
What, we're not allowed
We
to
can
say
say other
Nintendo?
slurs.
We're not allowed to say Nintendo?
Oh.
Oh no, we're totally allowed to say that one.
You know, people, because I call Nintendo Big N in my videos and people raise an eyebrow. Like, Big N? I'm like, yeah.
They're like, oh no, not the big it. So
Want to say the N word. Really want to say the N word.
really want to say the N word. So how you doing
Today.
Fritanga?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
We're doing
Thanks for
alright.
bringing me on.
Pretty good.
Yeah, of course. So introduce yourself to the fans that don't really know as much about like the Nintendo sphere and like what you cover.
You know, lately it's just been a bunch of autistic spamming of Nintendo hate videos, but you know, Nintendo's had they've had it coming for a long time, so I'm gonna give them a lot of shit because it just feels right and it feels good. And honestly, who am I hurting other than Nintendo fanboys' feelings? And we have to pretend like they matter when they don't.
Yeah, I mean, these people rooting for Nintendo are so fucking stupid. Like they're glazing Nintendo so much that Nintendo doesn't think they have to change their formula at all, and it just results in shitty ass games that are like $80 fucking. And I think it's
Bring the
stupid.
page into the chat.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
It's all-
glazing Nintendo so hard they're putting Krispy Kreme donuts to shame. It's just like, damn, dude.
Oh,
Especially
Bro.
Nintendo Prime, who really loves those Krispy Kreme donuts. So, you know.
So what made
I'm just grabbing a beer. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
what
Lord-
made you start like criticizing Nintendo? Like what made you feel like, okay, I gotta criticize this game because this company's went down the shit, all their games are shit, and they're having cheap products. Like what made you start like be aware of downfall?
Relevance. Making sure my channel doesn't die. No, I'm kidding. I just I spent a lot of time mainly focusing on fanboys because that content was just so fun, so easy. But then a lot of clones popped up, and then I had to find some new topics. But honestly, I was like 1 foot out the door when it comes to YouTube, and then all of a sudden, Nintendo revealed the Switch 2 and everything that they were doing, and like my hatred of them just sparked life back into me, and all of a sudden, like, I just want to make all these videos, and it's not like Nintendo's all I want to talk about forever, but throughout this year, they're definitely what I want to talk about the most, because I think for a very long time, people look the other way because they're like, oh, it's Nintendo. You know, it's okay. Their games are cheaper. Not anymore. Their games are of higher quality. Not anymore. Nintendo doesn't price gouge. Not anymore. You know, it's like all the benefit of the doubt that people had for Nintendo just disappeared with the Switch 2. And, you know, a lot of folks are really starting to look at my content, whether it's positive or negative. Some people they hate how critical I am of Nintendo
I don't
because they
blame
want
you.
Hell,
they
there's
want me
a
to
lot of-
focus. Yeah.
I got my Twitter notifications blew the fuck up because I asked you to come on the interview. They're like, why are you gonna interview this guy? He's gonna slander, he's gonna tell lies. You're lying on Nintendo. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay. Which one is worse, slandering a giant corporation or a giant corporation suing your entire bloodline for a fucking like a cartoon you made on a fucking cardboard box? Get real, bro.
That really is the perspective I have, where I'm just like, you guys are acting like I call them defendos, okay? Because all they do is fucking defend Nintendo 24/7, and that's all they know how to do. And so I always question, I'm like, well, what does Nintendo do for you? All they do is take your money. Like, tell me what Nintendo does. Is Nintendo going to be there at the birth of your child? Is Nintendo going to fuck you? Is Nintendo going to do anything for you other than take money? And they're like,
Wait,
you're slandering my favorite AAA company. And they get all
hold
soy
on,
rage.
bro. Hold on. That whole argument that is Nintendo gonna fuck you, that's kind of irrelevant because they already do fuck all their Nintendo fans over, bro. Come on, let's get real.
Right.
Yeah, they
with
really do.
they fuck them straight in the ass with no Jimmy hats on. So
They do it with a railway spike. They're serious
Mhm.
about that, bro.
Yeah.
After I
It's
saw
just-
that one video, I added the whole "I love cum" meme to my soundboard. Yes.
And that's
I
bro.
don't
These people fucking love it, bro. They love it.
I don't know what, like, I'll be like recording and editing a video, and then all of a sudden, like, a meme will pop into my head, and I always have to jot down the note. So when I edit, I put it in because, like, I consumed so much random garbage growing up that I have, like, my brain only thinks in clips and memes, right? Because I'm not very good.
Peak human
I'm
life
putting-
form right
I'm-
here, bro.
I'm not good at putting things into words. So oftentimes I think, like, if I edit something or do a clever meme, it says everything for me. And oftentimes, so I just remembered that edited meme someone put where, like, originally it was supposed to say "I love chum," but someone edited it to say "I love cum," and I'm like, that's even better. Slap that shit in there.
The edits you do make the video 10 times funnier. Like it literally made me chuckle and made me like, you know what? I'm gonna react to this guy's content because you're making a lot of points and adding comedy too, and that's I think what a lot of people like about your content. And I think even
Well, yeah.
Nintendo fans like your content a little bit because
I
they keep
think so
watching.
too. I think they secretly like my videos. I think they do because I've never really had this many people subscribing
called
to me
hate
and
watch.
liking what I do. But I think it's like we were looking at other companies for far too long, and we just kind of let Nintendo get away with some crazy shit. I mean, crazy shit that if people were focused on it sooner, we may not be where we're at now. But
Where they're literally patenting video games presented on a fucking screen, bro.
Mhm.
How the
Yeah.
fuck did they even do that? What the fuck?
So were you
These-
like
They've gone too far.
before you criticize Nintendo? Like, were you ever like a Nintendo fan? Like back in the old days, like when their shit was actually good and cheap.
So right, I'm glad you brought that up because that nobody really asks me that much anymore, that question. But I was definitely into Nintendo, but I was a child.
That's how I was, because I'd like
I was a
2007,
child. I was
2013. I was a child and I loved Nintendo. I loved the Super Mario Karts, all of that shit. I used to have a DS all the time. But then,
so
like,
I was
oh,
I was heavy. Yeah, I was gaming on the DS heavily as a kid. I just really liked the DS. Hell, I even defended it so much against the much better system, the PSP. I knew it was a better system, but I was not defending it anyway. I was like, "Let my Nintendo is not dead!" That was me.
The sales figure reflect it was a better console anyway than the PSP.
Yeah. But anyway, after that, I didn't get into the PS4 or the Xbox or the Wii U generation. I jumped straight to PC gaming from there, and my life was just made all the better. And then I tried giving the Nintendo Switch a chance, like around 2018. I bought a used one, and all I ever did was bring it to work and try to game on my spare time at work with it, and I found I just wasn't into the whole portable aspect of gaming anymore. And every time I went onto the eShop hoping to find something affordable, everything was like $60 fucking dollars. Games that were ancient or games that just never dropped in price. And before I knew it, I just resold the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, I'll give Nintendo another chance in 2019, and I bought a Switch Lite. Didn't last for more than like 2 months. I returned that shit. So I was like, I can't do Nintendo anymore. I just didn't see their place in my life anymore. Uh, the games, to me personally, are not as great as people make them out to be. I don't think Nintendo is this fucking amazing pinnacle of gaming company that some make them out to be. I honest to God think a lot of what they pump out is overrated as fuck. And when I say that, like, you should see the reactions people have. Like, they stop doing what they're doing to look at me for a moment. Their eyes, bulge up like a feminist. They're like, and like, they just can't believe what like they just can't believe what the hell I just said. And then like I show them what I like to play, and like per usual with gaming, it's kind of divisive. So people be like, "What you like is trash. I like Mario Kart." I'm like, okay, fine, that's fine. You like Mario Kart. I like good games. And
I saw your recent video, by the way, the Nintendo video. Oh my god, that old commercial takes me back to the 90s. God,
Yeah, it really does.
Sega was actually the first gaming company I ever probably was ever introduced to as a child, because like we had a Sega Genesis. And some people seem to forget this, but like a lot of people were still gaming on 16-bit consoles in the late 90s. We were one of them. We had a Sega Genesis, which we were barely allowed to play.
Someone actually referenced that game in the chat.
Yeah, someone said Garfield Kart's better, and I don't disagree at all. And it brings me to the next question on the list: is what current changes to the current games you think Nintendo should make, like to Pokemon and like all the other trash they've been releasing in current modern day?
Honestly, like, what my biggest recommendation would be, like, move on from tablet gaming. The reason these experiences are so lackluster to me is because Nintendo they've limited themselves to making games for what is essentially a fucking tablet. So like, I know a lot of people are impressed by Breath of the Wild. That was pushing the system to its limits, and it is impressive to see. But when you look at like Mario Kart, when the new Metroid game just looks people got real personal with me about that. I was like, Metroid Prime 4 looks outdated as fuck, and not in a good way. Like, it's not like, hey, they chose like a simpler art style. It's like we got some legitimate pop-in, low textures. Just the game does not even look from this era or this generation.
It doesn't.
And I really think, anyway, I feel like if Nintendo wants to build bigger experiences, they're gonna need more horsepower, because as it is right now, I don't feel their games have. I don't feel like their games have taken any substantial leaps. I mean, look how terrible Pokemon looks. Looks like complete ass. It
really does.
Well, that's what you have when they have. Doesn't Nintendo have like a whole monopoly on fucking Japan, pretty much, because of their history?
I've heard rumors they actually have affiliations with the Yakuza. I don't know how true it is, though.
I have no idea. I would have to look into that. But Nintendo has the market share of Japan. I think at one point Sony was the bigger company, but Nintendo is like probably, I don't know if they're officially the richest company in Japan, or I think the richest entertainment. But right now, I'm just sick of Nintendo constantly spamming me Mario 2D platformer number 1 million. I know a lot of people eat that shit up. New Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. 2. New Super Mario Bros. Luigi Edition. New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe 2. Fucking Mario Odyssey. I'm like, it goes on and on and on and on and on. And I don't know how people don't get sick of it, because at this point, I thirst and I crave new platformers and things that are different. And that's why I've really come to love PC gaming, because when you go on the Steam page, a lot of the content there you can't get on consoles. Not yet, anyway. Eventually you will, but a lot of the content you get there is experimental titles that are really trying to do something different. And they're built not with the idea that they're going to be a smash success and a blockbuster hit, but with the idea of pushing gameplay innovation forward. And you see a lot of AAA developers just outright steal those ideas. So for me, it's like Nintendo is just not the king of platformers anymore. They're not the king of RPGs. They're especially not the king of the monster taming games. They're not even the
Yeah.
king of racing games. I think maybe they are still the king of sports games. I mean, they make good sports games, but
I've
I'm like, what have
actually
you done
heard
for
some
me
stuff.
lately? Yeah, go ahead.
I've actually heard some stuff about the fact that the reason why some of these bigger companies can get away with it is because they pay tribute to Nintendo or something before they do it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Ah.
That's just egotistical shit right
Oh,
there.
and I think I know why they're actually saying why they're changing all the patents and shit. It's not to actually like win the lawsuit. They're just stalling it out to deprive Pocket Pair of funds so they go bankrupt. And then I think the next logical step is to buy them out and then destroy the company.
So that's what I feel Nintendo's intentions will be in the future, is to buy Pocket Pair when they've basically lost all their funds. But I don't think this legal battle is going to drain them, because Power World is insanely successful. Very, very, very successful. And for anyone who's played Power World, you'll know why it's successful. It's successful because it took so when I was a kid, I always imagined Pokemon would be something way the fuck bigger when I got older. Like, eventually you're gonna have these open world Pokemon games where you're literally, your character can have background traits. Maybe you were a farmer, maybe you did this, maybe you did that. The Pokemon are more realized. There's a lot more exploration involved. There's a lot more, like, I just imagine it was going to be a bigger thing. And Pokemon Legends ZA just seems like an even more confined Pokemon game than the last one. It's just not what I envisioned. And then I played Power World, and like, I always thought Pokemon would take it to this level one day, like an active open world survival element with with creatures you can tame and capture.
You can also
help you
tame and
progress.
capture humans too. Yeah, you can make them your slaves. You can even capture Zoe now.
Yeah.
Legally. It's not a glitch anymore.
Yeah. But, it's interesting because, so, on Twitter, like just yesterday, The Verge posted an article that says, no, Nintendo is not, no, Nintendo and Pokemon did not patent summoning characters and making them battle. Which I don't even know why they wrote the article with that headline, because that is exactly what they did. That's in America anyway. And the excuse a lot of people are having here is, well, they're specifically patenting the ability to summon them and help them, like, battle enemies and auto targeting. And it's like, even when you factor in all of those specifications, none of it is exclusive to anything Nintendo ever created. None of it. So, like, the defense force I've seen is wild, because there are Nintendo fans out there who legitimately believe Power World deserves to be taken down, and that Nintendo should be the only company that provides these types of titles. And that's
what the fuck? That's scary. That's scary. What the fuck?
That's what they were saying in my replies the other day, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
do y'all want to be ruled by a new world order? Just fucking say it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
Yeah, no. So it's a video that I've been working on. Well, before I even got on here, I was just recording the video, responding to that Verge article, because it really is such a poor attempt to defend what is obviously a major overreach. Because I talked to Florian Moeller, a patent legal expert, and he told me that in other industries, overreaches like this would be challenged. Like, other companies would challenge attempted patenting of basic things like this. But in the gaming industry, a lot of companies are not paying attention, or they look the other way. It's a case of, I won't step on your toes, don't step on mine. So obviously, Nintendo's never going to try and target Digimon. They're never going to try and target Final Fantasy. But they will try and target Power World, because that's not a major publisher. That's not a major corporation of any sort. That's somebody that they could stomp into the ground if they wanted to. And that's why they are doing it. That's why they've redefined their patents. That's why they bring up 3 patents against Power World, because it's so specific to what Power World has accomplished that you would have to be a total retard to think, no, it's not about Power World. It's about protecting their intellectual property.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
If you look at all those patents they changed, it's just stalling for time. Like I said, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, and look at everybody in the chat. Look at that. We got a lot of people from my streams showing up. Traitors!
Oh yeah. Also, Oz made a good point. Nintendo started out as a Hanafuda card company to circumvent gambling laws in Japan. They have ties to Yakuza and the Japanese government.
Do you think Pocket Pair will bend the knee? Like if Nintendo offered to buy them out, do you think Pocket Pair will submit?
No, because I don't think so. Because Pocket Pair has too much potential right now.
Oh yeah, they're going
so
places.
They when you're one of the few game developers to break over 2 million concurrent players on Steam, which I don't think people understand how major of a stat that is. Most console exclusives do not do 2 million concurrent players at once. Like, most do not get there. It's a stat that really shook the industry and really shook Nintendo, because they saw that success and they got pissed off. Like, nobody can convince me Nintendo did not get pissed off about that.
Oh, they definitely
100% did.
If they
did,
did.
and anybody who thinks anybody who thinks otherwise is literally just deluding themselves, bro. Because lying
to themselves. Yeah.
And if they did it, they wouldn't even be suing them right away. Like, they would just ignore it. They wouldn't be suing them if they wasn't pissed off. They wouldn't be trying to silence them and trying to take them down if they wasn't pissed off.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing that I think. I think that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people believe this and think this as well. I think when Power World got that much, what are you laughing at?
Oh,
chat.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Glitch's laugh is pretty gay, but anyway, I think the reason why, like, this is like kind of like alarming in a sense is because this challenges Nintendo to actually put effort into their next fucking game, something they obviously don't want. And it's just like, they really don't want to put effort into it to the point where they're suing this fucking company. And anybody who thinks otherwise with that is deluding themselves as well, because what have companies been doing all over the fucking globe nowadays? They've been wanting to get maximum profit for the least amount of effort being put into something, and it's just fucking stupid. And Nintendo is probably pissed, actually, that they're gonna have to put in more fucking effort into another game, and this time they won't be able to churn out slop, and that pisses them off.
Well, it's I think what it really boils down to is so Nintendo doesn't want alternatives that big to exist, because 2 million fucking concurrent players, over 20 plus million sales for Power World or something like that, rivaling like even the sales of Pokemon in the popularity. Because alternatives like that take away from your consumer base. Like, nobody's gonna stop playing Pokemon because Digimon's out, but Power World did legitimately get people to not buy the next Pokemon, and that's a threat for Nintendo. So it's and they like you said, they're very comfy and cozy right now because they don't have to try with Pokemon. They can I mean, like, looking at the last few examples I could not believe what Pokemon became. Pokemon Sword and Shield was a fucking disgrace of a video game. I could not believe something could look that bad and come from the same company behind the biggest intellectual property on the planet. It just doesn't add up.
Fucking disgusting.
It doesn't fucking matter to Nintendo. Look at the state of Metroid Prime 4. Look at the state of the new upcoming Pokemon game. The quality that Nintendo once upheld, the gold standard, is diminishing. They're too big to fail. They are becoming just like Sony and Microsoft, just like EA and Activision. They just have to shit something out, make their money, and they don't have to fucking bat an eye or care whatsoever. So like all the wasted effort on Power World is insulting because like if you're a Pokemon fan, you're like, I don't care about this. Just give me better Pokemon games. And Nintendo's like, best we can do is Raichu Mega Evolution behind a $30 DLC. Oh yeah, Mega Stones as well. You can only get those in online mode. So now you have to pay us for online if you want to get Mega Stones. It's like, fuck this company. Fuck
Oh
you.
yeah, I remember back in Sun and Moon, they pulled some shit with the Mega Stones too, where they were locked behind fucking battle tree rewards. Still
Yeah.
not as bad, but it's still pretty annoying that they literally locked it behind one of the hardest modes in the game.
Honestly, like, it's just Metro. So Nintendo's intellectual property, like Mario, like Pokemon, and God, those are really. Oh yeah, I guess Zelda as well. Those are like those IPs carry them so far, but like it hurts the company because like they don't put out anything else that really pushes the industry forward. I guess you could make the argument that Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are innovative games. You could make that argument, and I would actually agree with you because I do think that they are impressive games. But we're talking about a gaming company that used to set the standard. They're not the standard anymore for me. They are honestly just kind of a joke. Like I feel immature buying their products and playing their products, which is why I don't do it.
They need to grow up with their player base.
Same here. That's why I stopped, because seeing like how much of a joke they made themselves, it's like, how can you buy their products if they're making themselves out to be a joke? Like, yeah, they'll have 3 good innovative games here and there, but the rest of but all the shit they used to be good, like Pokemon and Mario Kart and all that, that's all went down the shit, and there should be no excuse for that.
Yeah, Mario Kart World especially because Sonic Racing just came out and the reviews are out. It scored higher than Mario Kart World. Now I just want to say this outright. Like you shouldn't put all your trust and confidence into review scores. Like a review score from IGN is about as useful as a used heroin needle. Okay, it's like you're not like it doesn't matter. But these guys who oftentimes glaze high scores from Nintendo, like the same guys who are glazing Donkey Kong Bonanza scores, are now telling you, stop looking at the scores. And then you see Sonic Racing is just outpacing. Sonic Racing was actually very successful on Steam as well in its beta. So if that game ends up being popular, that's going to be hilarious. Because any of you guys watch the ad Sonic Racing did?
I saw your video of it. So
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
And them spamming the freaking trailer meme. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I love it. I love how Nintendo has become the punching bag for a lot of people now. We need that. And I love it too because it's a living nightmare for all the fucking defendos who are 24/7 out here glazing Nintendo, and I can't stand them. I really can't. I'm like, Nintendo was giving you the bare minimum. Okay, it was Mario's 40-year anniversary, and guess what you get for that? You get to pay $70 to play Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Thank you, Nintendo. Woo! You're the best. I love you. That is their immediate reaction. They think it's the greatest thing ever to purchase what they purchased before again. Because I play on PC, this isn't a thing. I buy like Dying Light. It's in my library for the next 30 plus fucking years. I don't have to buy Dying Light again. I'm just giving like an example. But these guys, they buy a new Nintendo console and then boom, they have to rebuy their entire library again, and they think it's great. They think that's good to just buy your entire library again. So like when you come from a different platform where things aren't like that, and you see the spending habits of Nintendo consumers, like how do you not cringe out? How do you not go, that's clearly a scam. You're clearly getting ripped off.
How do they not know it? How do they not know it? That's the biggest fucking question of all. They're grown ass fucking people half the time.
I feel like
they're using Twitter and they can buy this shit.
I feel like
but they don't even notice they're getting scammed.
I feel like some of them do. They just don't care because some of them live with the mommy's parents at like 40, 60 years old. They have unlimited money. Because it has to be people that I got it easy because there's no way these
Yeah.
broke people can afford.
Nintendo fans can be thrown into three groups. There's the Nintendo loyalists or the fanboys that you guys encountered.
What are the three groups,
Then there's-
Glitch? Go ahead and explain that.
I'm just explaining it already. That's the first group, Nintendo loyalists. Then you got stupid kids. And then you got stupid parents and grandparents that buy shit for the stupid kids.
Yeah.
And that's why boycotting Nintendo is hard as hell.
Oh yeah, did you know there's still people who can't even have a fucking console other than a Nintendo console until they're fucking 18 years old in the current fucking day and age? That's why Nintendo will never be canceled for this blatant abuse of consumerist practices, bro. It's like terrible, man.
So trying to fight what Nintendo does is like trying to take a stance against Disney. Like they are like so much of their revenue, so much of their success comes from family and from like kids. And you're not going to be able to challenge them and win in those cases because the kids love Nintendo and then the man children love Nintendo. And it's a match made in heaven because they will, it's a problem too because there's a lot of creators that constantly call out Nintendo in videos, but then they follow it up by saying, well, anyway, I'm still going to buy everything I saw here today. I'm like, and I'm doing the math. I'm like, you're about to spend over $1,000 on everything you saw at this direct after complaining like that? Like, what the, like, I'm not going to be one person to be like, I fucking hate buying things from this company. Anyway, I'm going to go buy everything from that company. That's not in me. But that exists in Nintendo fans. And it's such a strange phenomenon because like that is why they are so successful because they have pay pigs. And there's no end to them. They're never going to lose them. And I don't know, I guess just grown-ass men that buy the Princess Peach game or buy the Yoshi game.
Can we safely say Nintendo fans have Stockholm syndrome? I mean, Jesus Christ, they get screwed over every fucking year and they still come back for more.
They don't learn. They don't learn. Like, I mean, my recommendation to every single person who wants to escape this hellhole where you're price gouged, and I know it's like seems counterintuitive to people, but just go build a fucking gaming PC. Go build a gaming PC, get a Steam account, family share. Never spend a dime in your life. Or get Game Pass and never spend a dime in your life. Stop feeding this industry. They don't fucking deserve it.
They really don't.
This industry does not.
They hate you. Half of the industry hates you and the other hates you in another way. Like, why do you still fucking like glaze anybody from this industry? Come on.
I don't know. I mean, when there's a game I like, I will give the game praise and whatnot. But I never, take a stance for a company. I never go like, hey, you made this, therefore it is my obligation to defend you. But that is the mentality a lot of gamers have these days. It's like,
it should be the other way around. Like, we buy your products, you should glaze us for giving you money and making you successful. But people just can't fucking think that way anymore.
They're just like the money. They don't like us as people. That's the problem.
Exactly. And people are too dumb or either chicken shit to speak out against it. Like, what would Nintendo be if we didn't buy all their slop? The least they could do is just give the people a little bit more higher quality fucking content, right? Like, it's just like that's the one thing that could shut the Nintendo haters up and actually make the Nintendo fans justified for once. They won't do it though.
Yeah. It's interesting because right now there's a side of the internet that wants the haters like me to shut the fuck up and stop talking about Nintendo. But if I'm out here making videos on Microsoft or Sony, they don't ever want me to stop. So it's like that double standard that exists right there for the company. It's like, well, Nintendo is all right by me because I like their games. It's like your standards are so low. So fucking low. it's kind of concerning.
They're not even standards, bro.
So why do you think Nintendo fans white knight for Nintendo so fucking hard? Like, to the point where any person that criticizes it, they'll come and swarm that person.
Autism. Just those simple
Hey,
ways.
man. I'm
You know what?
autistic and I'm not that
Yeah,
fucking
I'm
autistic.
autistic and
Okay?
I don't do that. And I don't do that. Not for Nintendo.
Yeah, I won't. I mean, yeah, but are you guys the type of autist that like to draw, Sonichu? Are
No.
you that type of autist? Okay,
Actually, you
you're
know
not.
what? That's a fair point. That's a fair
That
point.
is a
Okay,
fair point.
because at least well over half the Nintendo fandom are people like that. Like, are
That is
people
Are
really
you
like on that level?
fucking serious?
No,
I
that
mean, that's
Chris
my
Chan is one of them.
that's my best guess. Every person that I ever met in my real life that was a heavy Nintendo gamer or Nintendo oriented, they were a legit Chris Chan. Like it was
Yeah.
Oh my god.
they were a legit
What's funny?
almost like not as bad as what the things that Chris Chan does, but they were like, they're the kind of people that when they didn't get their way, they would sit on the ground and cross their arms and cry. So,
Like a fucking baby.
how
yeah,
far do you
so
how far do you think Nintendo fans will keep riding Nintendo? Do you think they'll keep riding it for the rest of their lives, or do you think they'll eventually wake up and realize they're being
well, they'll keep
scammed?
writing it as long as those government checks keep getting cashed in. As long as they keep getting government assistance for their mental disability, their Nintendo's never going to run out of money. Like, sorry, like, what do you want me to say? Like, I mean,
That's why
obviously, I'm
Nintendo's
joking. I'm
left-wing.
joking about that one. Obviously, I'm joking about that one. But
Yeah,
like,
I
He's
know.
not. It's true. It's true.
but like Nintendo products are in demand, and it doesn't matter if they're good or not. They're just in demand. And that's what separates Nintendo from Sony and Microsoft is they can meet that demand, but the only reason they can meet the demand is because all they have to do is recycle what they've used, and they don't even. And their games are of lower graphical fidelity. Their games are easier to program and optimize, and that's just it. I mean, that's the key. Like they can meet the demand. It's kind of crazy because I mean, looking at that Nintendo Direct, if there was no re-releases and remakes and remasters, you would have gotten a total of like maybe 5 new games at that event. So when you put that into perspective, it's like this is what Nintendo does on a yearly basis. Well, not even yearly, monthly basis. They re-release titles, and it gives off the illusion that they are meeting a demand. But all they did was cut off your ability to replay what you already owned and then resell it to you.
Yeah,
And these guys are
exactly.
fucking stupid. These guys are fucking idiots.
Like the
They're like,
selling,
thank you, Nintendo.
like the selling shit from 2007. Still, it's that bad.
Mm. Well, I mean,
They make
then a lot
minor
of people-
changes, but they don't even make any graphic changes at all.
yeah. I mean,
Why
'cause
would they? Nintendo fans keep buying up the slop no matter fucking what. Why would they?
It's kind of like asking yourself, why do people keep buying COD? It's
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I was trying to like allude to.
Yeah, Nith, why do you
Well,
keep
yeah.
buying COD? Sorry.
no, yeah, but again, it's a fair question. It's like, and then if you can figure out the answer to that, then you can pretty much figure out the answer to Nintendo products, because it's definitely not the quality, not anymore anyway. I mean, what are your like? What is the last Nintendo product or game any of you guys here bought?
I'm trying
I
to
haven't
remember. It's
bought.
been a
I
while.
haven't bought one in
Oh,
ages,
I
man.
think
Probably
I know.
like-
Technically, I didn't buy it, but I had my mom get it for me. It was Danganronpa Decadence, and it was only because it was like $20 at Walmart. And it was for
Danganronpa,
Christmas.
Okay. All right. And that was for what system?
The Switch.
Okay. All right. And but what about like a Nintendo IP or exclusive? What from them
That's a
have you
good
bought?
question.
Mine
think
was
the last
like
Nintendo
2022,
IP
2020, 2021, 2022. It's been like years because
Oh
I
yeah,
just
my
lost
last
interest.
my last actual Nintendo IP was Smash Ultimate, and that was years ago.
Well, okay, yeah,
Like
because
once COVID hit for me, that's when I stopped like buying Nintendo products and like stopped giving a fuck about Nintendo.
yeah, because it's I haven't had a desire to play anything from Nintendo because alternatives are starting to pop up in an increasing amount of games. So like back in the day, you didn't really have an alternative to Nintendo games. You just had Nintendo games. But ever since PC gaming took off in Steam, then you have a bunch of alternatives popping up. Pizza Tower, fucking bunch of strategy games like Fire Emblem, fucking A Hat in Time, bunch of like Sonic like games as well. Like, you got like so many varieties and options and alternatives that you don't really see yourself ever needing to pick up Nintendo because they're the only ones that made that kind of stuff. They're no longer the only ones that make that kind of stuff. And because they're no longer the only ones that make that kind of stuff, it's why I'm so harsh and critical of what they're trying to patent. Because you know that like the removal of competition is the entire reason they want to do it. Like recently, actually, let me bring this up for you guys because it's part of something that I've been working on for a video. Holy fuck, what was that?
I just dropped some by accident. My bad, bro.
That was loud.
Right. Power World Dev says a Dark Souls 3 mod invalidates Nintendo's Pokeball patent. Nintendo says mods don't count as real games. And an expert worries prior art precedents could see a modder's work used against them. So Nintendo is trying to invalidate game mechanics that were innovated through mods. And I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys can see the problem in that. And that is because a lot of games that you and I know and love, Counter-Strike, I'm not going to say I love League of Legends, but that exists as well, or several other titles were all created, like they're all gameplay mechanics or battle royales, like PUBG and things like that. A lot of those gameplay mechanics were created in a mod for a different game. And now Nintendo's trying to invalidate that those things matter or count. That way their patent can go through in their pursuit against Power World. Because
dude, what the fuck is wrong with these idiots? What the fuck?
Because Pocket Pair brought up in their case against Nintendo that there was a Dark Souls 3 mod that allowed you to summon a bunch of like characters almost as if they were like Pokemon, and that these characters could auto target and battle in the free open world alongside you. And it's proof that what Nintendo is trying to patent isn't something they even invented. And now Nintendo is trying to legally pursue mods and change the definition just so they can win their case against Power World. So like now, like they're going full scorched earth here. Like they don't care what is in their way. They will fucking step over it or trample it to get to Power World. So like the defense that I'm seeing from people here, like The Verge, that article from The Verge, like none of it makes any sense. It really does feel like people are just sick and tired of YouTubers like me shitting on Nintendo 24/7. But like, you need people like me. You really do, because if you leave commentary in the hands of these fucks at Verge, that's how you get $70 ancient ass games like Mario Galaxy.
And that's
like, these guys have no.
And that's how you lose competition. Like power. That's how you lose like all these gaming competitions if you give Nintendo all the power and you don't criticize them at all. Nintendo can't be the only game thing out there because their systems are shit, especially like Pokemon and all that.
Well, they can't be they can't be the only option. But and I saw the title of the stream, right? Nintendo's downfall, right? Here's the thing, right? I wish Nintendo was in a downfall of some sort, but like all their revenue, all their success shows that they're only gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Well, now, financial wise, they're not on a downfall, but like the fan base wise, like they're on a downfall. I feel like a lot of people are starting to wake up.
Yeah, and that's why like but like people will look at what you titled there, and this will be their reaction on Twitter. Duh! What do you mean downfall? Look at their financials.
That's exactly what that's exactly why I did it too, just so they come in here and be so they come in here and be like, Nintendo's rich. What are you talking about?
Rich
Yeah,
doesn't
no.
mean
Save some for
successful
us.
all the time, bro. Sometimes you could be rich and you stole from people. Like, the fuck kind of argument is that?
You could still be rich and everyone still hate you.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
ends
no.
up in like doesn't that end up in suicide most of the time?
Well, it's just like seeing the very poor attempt at standing up for this company by bringing up sales and financials, like it somehow discredits everything we're saying. That's like that's something that you wouldn't see these motherfuckers ever do for Activision. You'll never see them be like, well, you may hate Activision, but look at their sales. They will never do that for Activision, but they do it for Nintendo. Because that's the company that they have such an unhealthy parasocial relationship with. And it's just it always concerns me. Like, fanboy behavior of any sort is a problem. Because fanboys are like I would say they share half the blame with everything wrong in the gaming industry.
100,000% because they try to block criticism.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Power World's on sale, 25% off. Go buy it. Go buy it. I mean, it's excellent.
Do you play Power World yourself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played it a bunch. And I re-downloaded and played it again recently just to see the new
Zoe
update
yet?
because Bucky has a brand new update for the game that's fucking huge. And
Hey
I
man,
like it.
I just want to warn you to be careful. They might slander you and call you a paid fucking operative or something, man. Like, come on. Knowing these fucking clowns.
Oh,
That's
dude,
good.
they have an original soundtrack out now.
Yeah,
They're
well,
call you-
that's
they're-
another thing. That's another thing I like though. Is not just that it's an alternative, but the pricing is competitive. Nintendo wants to charge you fucking $70 for Pokemon, and then on top of that, they announce you $30 DLC before the game is even out. And then I'm like, suck a dick. And here's Power World with affordable pricing. Nowhere near they're not charging anywhere near the same as Nintendo.
Yeah.
And that's another problem for these AAA
I mean, the price
games.
is going to go up once they hit 1.0, which is going to happen next year at some point.
Well, when the full release comes out, yeah, but I
That's
believe
how
I don't know.
early access always works.
Yeah, because the game is.
Yeah, but do you
still
think it's gonna be
early
$80
access.
fucking dollars like Pokemon
No,
nowadays?
I don't think it's going to be that
Come on.
much. I think at most it'd be about 40.
I think they're probably going to aim for $60. Probably, maybe.
Maybe, but it isn't gonna be as expensive as the newest fucking Pokemon that
Yeah.
by all means should have flopped. I mean, did you fucking see that shit? What the fuck was that?
It's not even
Yeah,
out
no.
yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
Ugh,
No, yeah,
Jesus
but
Christ.
it's just there's a lot.
They better fix
lot.
it right now. All I'm saying, bro.
There's a lot Nintendo's doing that to me is just bad for gaming and bad for gamers, and that's things like they built a microphone into their console, and it's a microphone that you're not going to be able to even use for voice chat unless you pay into their online subscription service. Meaning they've effectively paywalled internal hardware of their system.
Oh,
And not only that, but there's also a button on the console to open up voice chat or game chat, and you can't use game chat without a paid subscription. Well, soon anyway. Right now it's free for like 1 year, but then after that you're gonna have to pay into it. That effectively means Nintendo is one of the first companies to ever monetize buttons and internal hardware of their console system.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't
So
think people like that is just crazy. That is absolutely nuts.
Wait, what
to
are you
me.
streaming,
Go ahead.
Glitch?
Oh, I wanted to show you guys something real fast on the screen.
On stream?
So,
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Pocket Pair, they back in August, they listened to fan feedback from Poland. Apparently, they had concerns about the current state of regional pricing. So, after investigating the issue, they decided to adjust the price of the game to something more suitable.
Ooh.
The old price was $138.99 Z, whatever their currency is, to the new price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
That's just another win for them, right there.
Yeah. No, I mean, and they're going to continue to update their game over time. So, like as a player and as a gamer or an owner of that title, like you're going to benefit But if you're playing Pokemon, they're literally just trying to monetize every aspect of it. And it's at some point, they're gonna so Pokemon technically already charges you for Pokeballs in Pokemon Go, right? Like if you want more of them, you can pay to get more, right? I think. I would not be surprised if in the future they implement that in their main series. Like, do not be surprised if you can pay
Christ.
for a higher tier Pokeball. Like, just do not be surprised, because these franchises don't have to innovate in their gameplay mechanics. The only ways they're innovating now is in what's a new way we can get people to spend money on something they already bought. That is the current like AAA quote unquote innovation. That's what they're doing.
And when are people going to stop glazing these companies who just blatantly do this? Like, I mean, come on.
I don't know,
It's
but
the
like,
only way we fucking stop this. The only way we stop this.
trying to,
People can't fucking do it.
Exactly. That's the
Yeah.
only way we stop it is these people stop glazing these companies and stop saying false shit. Because I know half of these Nintendo fans know what they're saying is bullshit. Like, I just don't know why y'all continue to glaze a company that you know is cheap as fuck when there's better product out there.
It's a total lack of self-control. Like, these guys cannot keep their wallets closed. Like a whore can't keep her legs closed. Like, they just can't. Like, they cannot do it. Like, I have been around Nintendo guys who they know, like, I shouldn't do this purchase, but just as we're about to head out the door, they run back to the counter and they're like, oh, take my money. And I'm like, I don't understand where that comes from, because I look at expenses like that and I think to myself, that could fill up my fridge. That could fill up my
Did
gas
they just
tank.
not grow up? Did they just not grow up or something?
They did not. Like, Nintendo's probably more responsible for the spread of autism than
Than the CIA.
than the CIA with their fucking vaccines and shit. So, but yeah, no, Nintendo's probably caused more autism than vaccines. Like, I would not be surprised. Like, a lot of the people who are heavy into Nintendo products, they grew up with Nintendo more than they grew up hanging out with their own parents.
Every person I knew growing up that liked Nintendo was autistic. Every normal person I talked to were like, I don't like Nintendo. Stop talking to me about that autistic shit. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
how's that really autistic? Then now growing up, I'm like, oh shit, Nintendo's more autistic than me.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's just
Fucking wild.
Oh wow. So
no, yeah.
anything in the creature collector genre, it seems, even stuff that shouldn't be there.
Well,
Oh,
it's interesting. It's
Dragon
very
Quest
interesting.
Monsters Dark Prince has a PC version.
Yeah,
I didn't know
believe so.
that.
Yeah,
It does.
no, yeah, no. The Dragon Quest is like hit or miss on PC in terms of, like, it's not a complete. The series
Yeah.
isn't complete, but over time it will be, because eventually, one way or another, everything makes its way to PC, whether people want it to or not. Eventually, it gets there. So
it's 40% off right now too.
yeah, no, it's. I mean, I 40% off is actually pretty good for that. I would
Every game turns into a PC game. Every crustacean turns into a crab, bro. There's no in between.
Do you think Nintendo will have a coming to Jesus moment and actually up the products and actually, make the graphics better and listen to the criticisms?
No.
I mean, they could, but like, what would that do for their finances? Like, what would that do for their, profits? What would that do for their shareholders? Nothing.
I have
That
a
is
controversial take. I have a controversial take on this. They will, when they realize that people aren't buying their shit anymore, and the shareholders are like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why isn't people buying our shit, man?" They might, and then they'll fucking gamble it and risk it all, and ultimately lose it all. That's just my theory, though.
Anyway, I actually want to bring up something about the Dragon Quest Monster series. It's been getting shafted a lot when it comes to localization. We actually haven't been getting many of the English releases. They've even re-released Dragon Warrior Monsters like twice, and it's Japan exclusive. And also, the Switch in Japan has an emulation bundle of both Dragon Warrior Monsters games.
Well, I think it's a curse because I'm not gonna say it. I'm
Once
joking.
again, not
I'm not gonna say
localized.
it.
Yeah, well, I don't know if anybody. I've mentioned this several times on the channel, but I actually grew up with Dragon Warrior Monsters
So did
before
I.
before Pokemon. Dragon Warrior Monsters was a Game Boy Color game. It was basically what it is. Back then, Dragon Quest went by Dragon Warrior, but
Yeah.
you collect the creatures in that game like they are Pokemon, and you take them around with you, and you can have team battles with them, and then you can breed them and get new monsters with new traits, and it was great.
Oh,
It was
yeah, you can actually just make a team with maxed out stats after several generations.
yeah, no, it was crazy. Like the monsters, I was learning how to breed because there's so
Oh
many
yeah, I actually
combinations.
looked up breeding charts on it and found how to make the boss monsters, which are the bosses from the mainline Dragon Quest games.
Yeah, it's
Those things are
crazy.
insane. I love those.
It is crazy what you can do. Like you can breed a monster that can help you just beat the game even at level 1. So it's like
Yeah,
you can,
starting
yeah,
off with
no,
maxed out stats. That's
yeah. So like
actually a thing that happens.
the breeding system was broken but fun. It was just different. Um, uh, that's why it's very important for like alternatives to exist, because if Pokemon was the first thing I ever got my hands on, maybe I would have been one of these cretins. But I thank God every day I'm not.
To be fair, I got my hands on Pokemon before I got and Dragon Warrior Monsters, but to be honest, I always found myself sinking more time into Dragon Warrior Monsters than the older Pokemon games.
Yeah,
There was so much to do in that game.
There's a lot, like it. How can I put it? I feel like Dragon Warrior Monsters has the grinding aspect down better than Pokemon did. Where Pokemon was more about like mazes and confronting other trainers in random places. Like in Dragon Warrior Monsters, like if you wanted to face trainers, you went to like the tournaments, or you would sometimes come across them randomly in the open areas you could explore. But um,
Yeah,
it was a more challenging game. It was a more challenging game because the
I actually
dungeons
was
got
first
harder.
introduced to it through the second game, Terrace Quest.
Yeah, Terrace Quest, which I never gave it a try because like I was so hooked to the first one. Like I have the entire like soundtrack to that game burned into my head.
Most of the music tracks got brought over to the sequel, by the way.
Yeah.
You can also trade with the first Dragon Quest monsters to get monsters you can't get otherwise.
I never actually see because it wasn't anywhere near as popular as Pokemon and didn't have its like linking system.
Yeah.
I mean, it had a trading system, but
Yeah,
nobody else had this game.
trade.
I was probably the only kid in my city that had the game, so
Yeah.
I couldn't trade with anybody.
But
So
yeah,
it was
one of the things they added in the sequel was a key trading system, and then you could also, of course, link breed with a friend.
oh
if you
man,
wanted to.
yeah, no, that would have been very useful to have back in the day.
And it actually, you could actually link breed with the first Dragon Quest monsters, and if you did, and it was a new monster that you bred with, it would turn into whatever monster. It would result in a different monster on the first game.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I was gonna say. So I know this is an interview for me, but I had a couple of questions. So like, what is the Raven Cast about? What do you guys do here? Like, what do you guys report on? Your topics?
We cover like stuff like gaming related, and also like sometimes get into politics a little bit as well, like a variety commentary show is basically what we are.
Sorry, so go ahead. Say that again. I couldn't hear that.
You're
a variety commentary show.
A variety commentary show. Okay,
Yeah,
so
like
you guys talk about like, politics, things like that.
Gaming, stuff like that.
Yeah, it seems to be like. It seems like it's some way or another. Every gaming channel eventually gets political. They have no choice to do it because of how much politics affect our hobby. It's almost impossible
especially
not
these
involved.
days.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to not get into politics. Because I've tried not to get into politics, and I'm like, fuck it, I might as well just get into political topics as well, because gaming and politics correlate hella a lot, especially these days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's just yeah, you have to get involved in it because like we're seeing what's going on with Master Visa and just how they're basically saying we control what you can and cannot buy in the gaming sphere, and then seeing like Gabe Newell bend the knee, things like that. Things like this do affect us and our hobby, and it seems almost like ignorant or yeah, I would say ignorant or self-sabotaging to intentionally not get involved with how politics affect our hobby because uh, the people who just kind of want to leave it in the background and ignore it like it doesn't exist. It's just I don't know. Something about it isn't normal. Almost like you have a psychological issue of some sort, where like you're just too worried or too scared that you'll lose support over speaking your mind on something.
Yeah.
Well, look at that! Sonic Racing Crossworlds is #1 on the Switch eShop.
That's funny.
Mario Kart World drops. Ah! Oh, it's so great. I love moments like this. Like it's just it's always fun to be able to just shit on Nintendo when the opportunity arises.
100,000%.
I mean, there was a time long ago where this was taboo. Like it wasn't that long ago. It was a few years ago where it was taboo to speak to talk shit about Nintendo. But even before that, it was taboo to talk about Nintendo on YouTube at all. Because for a long time they were copyright striking people even like showing their games, talking about them, reviewing them. You could not talk about Nintendo on YouTube unless you signed an affiliate program with them where they rake in profits from your fucking videos.
Yeah.
So if you were a Nintendo and the channels I saw that were Nintendo oriented, I always thought you are such a fucking cock ass simp. Look at you paying Nintendo just to have the privilege to talk about them on your YouTube channel. You fucking cuck. And that was my reaction to that.
How could he be
And
so
people-
cuck made like that?
And people were harping on me. They're like, what? They have to do what they need to do. I'm like, one day that's not going to exist. And you're going to admit I was right. And lo and behold, here I am. And I was right. That was all scrapped. And all these guys were glazing and cucking Nintendo for fucking nothing. For fucking nothing.
Yeah, for nothing. They get nothing out of glazing Nintendo.
Apparently, they got so much criticism that they eventually pulled the creator program.
Yeah, they pulled the creator program because it was stupid.
Exactly.
It was like you had to pay Nintendo to talk about them. That was so dumb. Like there's a reason why Nintendo content was so scarce back then, and now it's plentiful. But that's because that's how much a fucking scummy company Nintendo is.
Hey, Glitch.
And people need to stop. Like,
I gotta be right back for a second. Glitch, you think you
all right, go take your piss or go do your meth. Go do what you gotta do.
Yeah, bro. He told you to up that shit. Don't just do weed this time. Do meth, bro. Go on. You can do it.
Everybody loves the smell of chemicals burning. It's great.
I think Nintendo fans personally love it.
No.
Just saying.
Nintendo fans are the only guys I've ever met that don't do substances. They are some of the most boring,
they like the smell,
boring, lacking character, lacking, hobbies. They are very boring people. Like very boring. Like I'm over here trying to talk about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm trying to talk about Hold Fast.
Have you heard about Mario Kart, bro?
And then they look at me like, well, bro, Super Mario Bros. 2, bro, is like, it's great. I'm like, Super Mario Bros. 2 is ass. And they're like, oh, it genuinely is ass. I don't care what anyone
says. They literally
says.
scream in Japanese. That's how much a part of the hive mind they are, bro. That's how connected to the hive mind they are.
Super Mario Bros. 2 is ass because it wasn't even originally a Mario Bros. Game. It was just
we're talking about the US Mario 2. Okay.
Yeah, that shit was ass. Super Mario Bros. 2 is actually a really fucking hard game in Japan, but the American version is a different game. It's ass. It's a terrible game.
Yeah. The Super Mario Brothers 2 Japan got was actually brought over eventually as Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It just by the way, there's I never forget the way Nintendo tried treating content creators. It gave me a glimpse into how much they hate and undermine and don't respect. Who the fuck's calling me? It's my girlfriend's. How much?
Whoa! What the fuck was that ringtone, my dude? What the fuck? We got a spy over here, bro. We got a spy over here. I'm just saying.
That's the fucking Siri theme that. Well, I bought this phone off of somebody, and it's been the ringtone ever since. But anyway, I was gonna say, so fucking, I'm fucking, god damn. Go mute. Sorry, babe.
Is it safe to say that Nintendo is so fucking slow to innovate that they created a Forza Horizon type game out of Mario Kart? When Forza Horizon was fucking dying, literally, like on the cusp of life support.
Yeah, no, I mean, J2 Cent talk about Nintendo greed. J2 Cents, I guess I'll check it out. I mean, everybody like has been reporting on what Nintendo's doing, and then the Nintendo fan base is reacting like, where did all this negativity and hate suddenly come from? Like, what do you mean suddenly, motherfucker? What do you mean suddenly? Like we're talking about a gaming company that made life a living hell for content creators, that was so fucking greedy they couldn't allow, like, dumbass random fucking YouTuber with like 10 subs to post
to fucking make a video. Like they wouldn't let it happen because they were one of the, weren't they the fucking, well, you have to understand, like these people, this company is in a country that doesn't have like fair use, like where you can make a video. But what's stupid about that is, and that's not an excuse in my opinion, because they have divisions like Nintendo USA, Nintendo blah, 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 blah. Are you telling me none of them communicated to these fucking idiots and told them, hey, that's how they do things in this fucking country, adapt?
I'm going to have to stop you there about the whole fair use thing. Technically, the whole idea of playing a video game on YouTube or in public or somewhere counts as public performance under the U.S. Copyright Act, which is stupid, but they pull the same shit in Japan. Did you hear about the Nintendo charity recently?
I have.
Oh yeah, didn't they shut that down?
Yeah.
No, they didn't shut down the charity. What happened is that charity was a large chunk of the games that were going to be there for the speedrunning were Nintendo games. Nintendo said, you didn't ask us for permission and you didn't sign any kind of agreement. So the charity said, fuck it, we don't have time. This charity event is like literally like in a few days. We're just going to not have Nintendo games at all because Nintendo won't let us.
And now
then Nintendo proceeded to do their own charity speedrunning event of some sort that's all approved and things. It's like, this company,
they're so fucking petty, bro. Like, what the fuck? They could have just let these people do the fucking charity event.
Yeah, no.
But they didn't see dollar signs, so they just didn't let it happen. They had to have the dollar signs. Because
apparently Furukawa, the current president, was part of Nintendo's banking scene prior to becoming head.
I mean, a lot of these people in politics in Japan have some ties to some corporate elites, but that's besides the point.
But yeah, we have the banking guy.
We have former.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
It's okay. We have former EA executives and CEOs working at Nintendo. So, like,
yeah, Doug Bowser's one of them.
Mm-hmm. Doug Bowser.
I'm surprised they didn't sue the motherfucker for his last name.
The whole fucking variable pricing, that bullshit. Just the way Doug Bowser really believes that, hey, this game is more open world and has like this many more hours of gameplay than that game, so therefore this game should go up by $10. That is just, I cannot explain to, like, I can explain to people, but most won't want to sit and hear me rant for like 3 hours about how detrimental that is to gaming. Where these guys they truly believe that because Doug Bowser, like, his variable pricing was his excuse for Mario Kart World being $80. Look at Mario Kart World. Is that fucking $80 to you? Is that $80? That's not even $60. Fuck Nintendo.
It looks like fucking. It doesn't even look like it's worth $20 fucking to be fair, bro.
It's so content barren. It's a disappointment, and it's like the first attempt at a fully priced $80 game. $90 in some areas, up to $100 in others. So, like, we're not talking about a cheap entry into gaming. We're talking about artificial inflation, Like well, I mean, almost all inflation is artificial, but they are inflating the price of their products, and they know you're going to pay for it. They absolutely know you will pay for it. And if you won't, then they will bundle it with the console. So then you have to buy the bundled version that doesn't even come with the physical version of the game. So like, I'm tired of this company. Like at every single turn, when I've thought to myself, maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe I should give Nintendo another chance. Maybe their products will reignite my love for them. No, not a single one. All they ever do is make me hate them and the gaming industry more. And I hate the gaming industry enough as it is. Like I'm trying my absolute best to remain a gamer, but these motherfuckers make it hard to want to stay in the hobby.
They make it really hard.
So
Yeah.
I have to ask, what do you think of Palworld's freaking dating sim spinoff?
Fuck.
I haven't even looked into it yet, but I don't
I
even
sent
want.
it to you in DMs.
I
The
don't
sweet
even.
page link.
I don't even want to try it. Like, I don't even want to. No, I'm good. That shit gay. That shit gay. I'm
It
good.
started out as an April Fool's joke, but people enjoyed it so much they just decided, hell, let's make it a game.
No, yeah.
Oh, watch the trailer at least. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay, let's watch the trailer. Yeah, let's watch it. Bring it up. Let's watch it.
Yeah, let's
All
bring
right,
it up.
hold on a sec.
I got to see this with my own two eyes.
You gotta go back. There's actually 2 trailers, but they're very short, so
All right.
hold on. Gotta. More.
It's not copyright, is it?
I don't think
Well,
so. It's on their.
Don't
YouTube
worry,
channel, too.
Powerworld is
It's
not.
also on the Steam page.
It's not
Powerworld
Nintendo.
is not going to sue you and your entire lineage of family members over this, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Powell's
They
not
don't have
Nintendo.
the money for it anyway right now. They're too
Crazy
busy
to
with
me that
Nintendo.
crazy to me that modding or emulating Nintendo can result in like your future generations of family paying off debt to Nintendo.
Yeah, you can mod Palworld with no problem.
Yeah. Some of the best. Yeah, here we go. Hold on, let me watch stream. Okay, here we go. Oh my fucking god.
God.
Who's publishing it? Pocket Pair's really publishing it.
Yeah. Here's the first trailer.
What the fuck?
Watching the first trailer, chat.
Oh my, this is so gay, but it's gonna make so much money. Oh my fucking god. Furries are going to make this company so much money. It's
I
not
know,
even.
right?
I know, right? Bunch of
Oh
weirdo
my
furries.
fucking
Pal
god.
canonically sleeps with humans in the actual Palworld game.
Oh my god. Take this off.
Take it. You
All
know
right.
what? I'm taking it on.
I don't support Palworld anymore. I'm over Palworld.
You're pro
I'm
Nintendo now.
uninstalling the game right now. I'm uninstalling the game now. You know, it's hilarious though, but it's just anyway, it's cringe as fuck, but that is definitely gonna be making them some money.
We lost 4 viewers watching the trailer.
I'm sorry. I just thought it was funny.
No, really,
a dating sim for Gara.
we went
Is this gonna be Fritz Game of the Year? No, stop it!
We went from 16 to 12 just like that as soon as the trailer came up.
Oh my god!
They're like,
Good.
God, not this shit.
Like that.
Anybody that knows my audience, I fostered an audience that, well, if I call something gay, they're probably going to agree because like my audience has that kind of that's gay, because
You know what's
We have
funny
some
about
people like that in my
trailer,
audience,
I
too.
didn't get to it in the video, but you know how Chillette has that really lewd looking petting animation? They actually added a petting function to that to the dating sim, and he makes that lewd face when you pet him.
Now they're coming back now that it's off our screen.
That's how tongue in cheek they were with the dating sim. That
Oh
was
my
originally
God.
an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, Diego Garcia. Wait a minute, you're a member of these guys, Diego. You're supposed to be my pay pig. What the fuck? Devastator, you're supposed to be my pay pig too. At least Power Boss isn't. Plenty of your community is going to bully you into getting that game and stream it. Listen, I there's a game called Validate on Steam, It's made by that Danny Lalander's chick who worked for Sweet Baby Inc. or whatnot. I think it's her. It's the gayest shit you'll ever fucking play in your life. It's awful. And I was joking about it because I was watching the trailer on the Steam page, and my audience was like, "We will give you $500 right now." Some guy's like, "I'll give you $500 in the super chat to play that." I'm like, "No, that's not gonna happen." And then he gives me the money. He's like, "There's no question, you're gonna do it." I'm like, "Fuck." And then they made me do the exact same fucking thing for Dragon Age, and then they made me do it
God, I
again.
feel sorry for you for playing that.
Yeah, and then they made me do it again for the Dustborn. And that's when I decided I'm officially retiring from being a gaming streamer. I'm never going to do it again. My audience just will not be like, "Hey, here's money to play a good game. Here's money to watch you say so many slurs and cuss and just get pissed off." Because that's what I'm here for. And then that adds to my mental health. And then I have to take periodic breaks from YouTube because the games that these guys make me play are so bad. I'm not even lying to you. They physically do things to me that actually hurt my mental well-being, and then I don't want to stream ever again. So
Sounds like
if the
you have an
audience is
abusive
wondering,
relationship with your audience.
it is an abusive relationship. They're like, "Oh, Frit, you know you wouldn't have access to your nice fancy drugs if it wasn't for us. Now anyway, here's $50. Dance, monkey, dance." I'm like, "Ha ha ha, dance." You know, it's just it's not a good life. I mean, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I mean, imagine you have to play these games as your job. Like, how in the world do you even make it entertaining? You can't. You just suffer. It's just suffering, and it's these fucking crazy lunatics watching me suffer, and they think it's funny. And right now, they're laughing at it right now. Let's not forget your 100K reveal. Yeah, at 100K subs, I literally had to reveal myself with a fucking sombrero and a pancho in front of a Home Depot. So, like, this audience, they don't care about me. They just care about my expense. Like, how can we get something out of Frit out of his expense?
Yep,
Whatever.
that's how the audience is.
Yeah, no. Gara and Alex know this. I'm surprised you haven't learned this lesson yet, Frit. Listen, I want to be different from mid, okay? I don't want to be mid, okay? Because I know if you guys like Alex and Gara, you know, I hate to break it to you. You're into mid. I'm trying not to make mid. I'm trying to make good stuff, but you guys won't let me. Just you know what?
They want the mid. They like
I better
the mid
stop now. I better
content.
stop now before this turns into a rant against the audience, like every stream.
It's gay.
It's gay.
It's gay.
I was imitating that Sonic Donald Trump clip you played.
Yeah.
Yes. It's gay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I will admit, I had a good birthday stream. I guess it was funny. See, sometimes the streams will be great. Like sometimes people have a
Happy
make
late
Frit
birthday.
laugh, and people like have like make Frit laugh until he depletes oxygen from his brain challenge, and it actually resulted in me almost passing out a few times out of laughter. So those are fun streams. You know, I enjoy those ones, but everything else has been terrible. Like this audience doesn't give a shit. Like if they could put me in a dress, they would, and that's why I'm very hesitant to stream to them these days. You know, I was like,
Imagine someone's like a $20 super chat says wear a dress.
Yeah, no, yeah.
If you were forced to wear a dress, what kind of dress would you wear?
Oh my!
Why are you asking?
I don't know.
Because he was.
Fuck you.
Because Glitch is going to be the one that pays 20.
I know. That's why I'm not gonna tell him because he's gonna probably pick out like a nice maid outfit and some high heels.
He's going to pick
And
the
cat
exact
ears.
dress you say.
Oh my god.
I
What a
might
stream
pick
would
a backless party dress.
it's just I'm gonna be in the dress. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be singing that Johnny Cash song. Be like, "What have I
There's
become?"
already YouTubers in the commentary community in dresses. It's gotten that bad.
Yeah, no. I mean, look at Hassan Piker. He literally had to put on a maid outfit for his money. So you know, or look at Grums. Grums even had to put like a maid outfit on his VTube model.
I could never do that. I could never fucking do that.
At least it was his VTuber model, not actually him.
It's kind of crazy too because these guys are always like, "We don't believe in gay stuff. Hey, let's put our favorite anti-woke YouTubers in dresses."
Well, then it's played up for humor. Yeah, that is just played up for humor at that point.
Either that or projection.
I mean, it's played up for humor, but I still refuse to do it.
I feel like it's projection
I
to
don't
a
blame
degree
ya.
too.
Yeah, it has to be a Mexican themed. Got to stick with the branding. God damn it! See,
Chat said you would wear a dress.
I did not say that.
Chat's trying to gaslight you.
Yeah, I know. Do you see why I try not to stream? I'm tired of these fucks. They followed me all the way from my Discord here. Fuck all of them. Fritz Live. Let's piss him off. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. It's my own personal problems to deal with. Sorry to lash out.
You're good.
This is what I deal with. Like, this is the audience I've created. Anyway.
Hit the like button and Frit will forgive you.
The new patent about summoning, we briefly went over that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we went over that. I was just making sure we went over it, and you said 1 hour, but I made sure to give you like an extra like 20 minutes or so.
I really appreciate it. Yeah, I really
because
do.
I do have to get back to editing, and I got to get right back to work.
Good.
I don't have a day off. I haven't even had a chance to play games as much as I want to this month. And usually I'm gaming long hours, but this month specifically, every game has gotten like maybe 2 hours out of me at most a day, which is low for me. So I'm trying to get back to beating Silk Song, because now Sonic Racing is out, the Digimon games come out. I mean, there's so many games that came out this year. It's kind of insane, because a lot of them were fantastic.
Wait,
lot of
another
great
one that came out?
What do you mean?
Not the new Summoning Minions one, the new one that just came out.
For what?
The Power World they're talking about, or the Pocket Pair or Nintendo patent or whatever.
Oh, there's a new patenting thing, yeah, but I'm covering it in my video, so if anybody wants to see it, they can see it in my video, because I don't know anybody who's covered this stuff extensively more than me. I am like so laser focused on it at the moment.
Can you at least give us the TLDR?
Well, the TLDR is The Verge put out an article semi trying to defend Pokemon, saying that their patent isn't what people are making it out to be. And then they just reconfirmed that it is everything people are making it out to be in that same article. So you had a lot of Nintendo fanboys run with it on Twitter, and I'm just there to ruin their party. But the real coverage is about how Nintendo is trying to make it so that mods do not count in the field of innovation. So they are legally arguing that, games that use mods that, innovate gameplay, they don't count because it's using prior art. So it's complex. It'll make more sense if you watch it in my video than me putting it together right now. That's the secret. That's the secret to my videos. I'm better at covering up how shit I am at doing things in a live setting, thanks to the power of editing. So yeah. Poor overworked fuck you, Devastator. I am so sick of your I almost quit streaming because of you, Devastator. I am sick of you. You nearly ran me off my own fucking channel. And on top of that, you don't even bother to throw me super chats like a dirty whore anymore. Instead, I see you over there on Alex's streams. And you too, Power Boss. You know what? I see a lot of you motherfuckers throwing all your money at Alex about when it comes to Fritz streams. Oh, no, not that. Fuck all of you. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah, it's just DSP. I'm tired. I'm just very, very DSP moment. They deserve it though. They deserve it. They're never gonna get another content creator that works as hard as I do for them. So fuck them.
You basically get all the hate from the Nintendo fans for them.
Like Nintendo fans, like who needs enemies when you got audience like mine? Like fuck.
Exactly.
I keep missing your live stream. Shut up, Power Boss. You empty your wallet for mid. I've seen you empty your wallet for mid. Oh, hey, Robinson. Good to see you. Frit, you have new Brazil lawsuit against Nintendo. I have news Brazil lawsuit. Do I have an update on that? There has not been a single update on the Brazil lawsuit in forever. Like, they have not updated that story since July. Yeah, no, my best guess is they decided to settle it out of court. So who knows? I will try and update you. You aren't consistent. That's not even how you spell consistent. You don't even have consistent grammar, Power Boss. Suck a dick. I almost said the naughty word. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't throw Alex super chats either, though. Shut up. So I
mean, we
better
don't care
leave
if you
before
say
this
the
just
F
turns
slur
into.
or anything. We just don't care about. We just don't want you saying the N slur.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I
No,
think
yeah,
YouTube
Power
allows.
Boss is
Other
okay.
slurs are on the table though.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
Power Boss,
YouTube,
you
YouTube
yeah,
allows
Power
faggot.
Boss. Yeah, Power Boss, you are a faggot. All right.
Oh, get old.
There
Get
you go.
owned.
Wow.
Yeah, you aren't consistent. All right, I better leave. Brazil needs to win. I agree. I better leave before this turns me into just yelling at my own.
No, you're good. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on, man. Like I really do
Appreciate it, bro.
Frit, the wife still thinks you're cute, though.
If you ever want to come back on to cover
Well-
like some Nintendo segments, feel free to come back on. Well, we could. Be
Oh, you
in
know,
touch.
guys, I know. Right now, Nintendo's my thing, but trust me, there's more things I talk about than Nintendo.
Oh yeah, no, I
promise
know.
you.
And there's other things we talk about too, that we could probably have common interest
Yeah.
in too.
It's just these days I am so locked into what I'm doing that I'm so locked into what I'm doing these days that I don't want to give away everything I'm talking about on live streams.
No, yeah,
'cause I
yeah,
save
yeah.
everything.
No, yeah, I get
That's
that.
fair.
So, like, you know,
Yeah,
but
I get that.
whenever you guys want to talk about anything else, yeah, feel free to hit me up. I will gladly come back on here. I just mainly came here to vent and
Yeah,
rant
of
about my
course.
hatred toward my own
That's-
viewers and Nintendo. So
That's us. That's what also the Ravencast is here for: is people to come in and vent. They'll silence.
yes,
They'll censor shit.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you, boys, so much. It's been a pleasure. I feel like I just talked and talked and talked and didn't let anybody say anything. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure. I look forward to our next chat. Everybody, have a
thank
good
you.
one. Peace
You
out.
too.
I'll be
Peace
sure
out,
to
man.
Peace, bro.
I'll be sure to send people this way. All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Peace. That has been Fritanga. And if anyone wants to call in, I'll put the Discord in the chat. If anyone wants to
Hell yeah.
call in. So Dan Glitch, what's your thoughts on all this? Nintendo talk. Honestly,
I just can't believe. You know what? I was gonna say I can't believe people are so fucking stupid where they don't realize voting with your wallet is not just an ideal; it is an execution of a plan that will work, guaranteed. But no, people just don't understand that concept. That's why people still buy shit from Activision. Why they're still making Black Ops 7, which looks like trash. That's why people are still buying from Nintendo and why they're not fucking innovating. Except I think Nintendo kind of got scared a little bit by Power World. Getting, what was it, 2 million fucking concurrent players? Well, Nintendo, you can gain those players back. It's really easy. It's called get off your lazy fucking ass and innovate. Let's be real. Your fans deserve it more than your haters, but your haters deserve it too if they pay for it. We shouldn't be paying $80 fucking for a piece of shit that literally is just one small advancement over the last 15 fucking titles. Like, come the fuck on, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I brought this up before, but we all know that Pocket Pair made a deal with Sony Music around the same time they started the lawsuits up, which I think that's what really scared Nintendo. One of their biggest rivals was getting a series that could easily rival them with shelf space.
Well,
And it
I
scared
mean,
them.
this could have all been avoided if Nintendo as a company would just innovate more instead of sitting on their lazy fat ass, right? I mean, here's the thing, people, and this is one thing that really pisses me off. And this is going a little bit off topic, but companies like Nintendo preach about innovation. But when another company innovates, it's no good because they can't just sit on their fat fucking asses and do jack shit while raking in dough by the fucking millions. It's like, bro, what the fuck? How about you? And you know what? I think this is what more companies should do. I think more companies should say, look, shareholders, you may be the ones who own stake in the company or shares in the company, but you don't know how the fuck it works. I'll make you a deal. If you shut the fuck up and let us do our thing and you still make money, guess what? You don't have any right to fucking tell us what to do. If we lose money, then maybe you have a right to tell us what to do. Until then, shut up. And that's why Nintendo is failing, while all these other companies are failing. And I can't believe these companies still have fans. I really don't. They're not fans of the company. They're literally fans of the shareholders. And it's
The
just
drones.
like, if they can't see this, it's retarded.
The drones, they're never gonna see it.
The drone doesn't see the controller. That's a fair point. The drone doesn't see who's controlling them.
And for our last segment of the stream, before we end the stream, we'll be going over Combat Wombat's video called Nintendo Has Crossed the Line, and spend 10-15 minutes shitting on Nintendo, because that's what y'all can.
Which line did they cross this time? I swear to God, with how many lines they've crossed from Asia into fucking South Africa, bro. Like,
let's get right into it. Well, yet again, it's so hard to keep up because they've crossed like 3 to 4 lines. Like, it's just this year.
Also, why does Combat Wombat just have a PNG of a fucking wombat? Did he lose his fucking clip art of his character? What the fuck?
I think so. Which he said he'll be. Combat Wombat said he's willing to come on the show. I'll probably have him on next Thursday.
Oh, there. You ever thought about knocking? Huh? Thought about knocking before you click on a video? Whatever. Just okay.
Fox,
you guys ever heard of this?
Chat. If you think $80 for Mario Kart was bad, just wait for Legend ZA. That's the new Pokemon game.
Oh no! How much is that?
Will easily run you a rough estimate of $112 minimum.
What the fuck? 112?
Bro, are we gonna have to go back to the 1980s and administer a new fucking a law for this shit?
Yeah, that's including the DLC that they're doing at day one.
The fuck is this shit, dude? Did we have a law in the 1980s, or didn't politicians tell these fucking morons to lower their prices or something?
Let's get right into the video.
Oh yeah.
And then after, y'all, we could discuss real quick, just so we can get out of the way.
Indie studio called Nintendo? Of course you have. They made such classics.
Let's see them cross
like
the line into
Luigi.
fucking Russia.
Everyone loves Nintendo, and who wouldn't? We all grew up enjoying some of their best franchises. Unless you were too cool and just grew up on Call of Duty. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Chris.
He's talking about you, Dan.
Fuck.
He's talking about my friend.
Yeah, Nintendo is pretty cool. Except when they're
not cool these days, I'm not gonna lie. They used to be cool.
I don't think they were ever cool. That's just a hot take. I don't think they were ever cool.
Huh?
Which Chris is that?
I don't know.
Kristen Ark.
Kristen Ark's a pussy, anyways.
Aren't, which is pretty much all the time. Nintendo is at it again, and by it, I mean sucking ass, and by again, I mean they suck said ass on a very consistent basis. This soulless leech of a company cannot go 5 pika seconds without partaking in some downright scummy shenanigans. Going after fan-made projects and shutting them down because that Pokemon ROM is really—
Yep, that's the line they've crossed. Going after fan-made projects.
The Pokemon ROM. It's a fat fucking.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait until this.
I want to say this real quick. Aren't fan-made projects considered fair use, especially if the characters are?
Okay. There's kind of a line. It depends on which country, but in the majority, if they're based off of intellectual property, yes, fair use. But I've learned this specifically in like European countries, like countries in the EU or the UK. Yes, it classifies as fair use if you're taking it based off of inspiration from another already existing intellectual property. However, that doesn't mean the company can just straight up take it from you either.
So it's kind of like an iffy line a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not an iffy line. It's just, it's fair use, but the company can't do shit about it.
With ROM
unless you're
on screen, it's more of a gray area because you're actually taking the code Nintendo made and modifying it.
Well, if they didn't want the code to be modified, maybe they'd make it fucking work.
Exactly. They would have made it work, but they won't.
Well, I mean, basically what they do is they disassemble the code and reverse engineer it.
Threat of stealing a few.
Alright.
Don't matter.
Still, that ROM-hack's funny. Fat fucking Charmeleon.
From Nintendo. I don't care about reverse engineering code, disassembling it, and fucking, doing whatever the fuck you want with it. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
If you're not Rockstar Games, you won't have your fucking entire fucking source code on one line of code.
That was actually Grove Street Games' fault, but
that's Rockstar's fault for hiring them. But I digress. Go ahead.
Indirectly their fault. Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely their fault.
Oh.
Tacos?
Oh, damn
Is Zaxby's?
ad.
You know.
Oh yeah,
They took
speak
their
of
famous chicken
Zaxby's,
fingers
never have
and
them as
so-
a
they
vendor.
have swear-
Never order
Get
from
the ad.
Zaxby's, bro. Their shit is soggy. You
Words.
have to
We
go
can't
into the fucking restaurant to get
I
the
love
good
I'm gonna
shit.
avoid
I
ads,
love
can stream this.
Zaxby's. No, I got it.
I
It's
can't,
fine.
I can't
Compete
order
with
it. You
that.
have, I have to go
We
to the
can't
restaurant
forget
to
the
get the best
Nintendo
experience.
Creators Program when they tried to force content creators to share ad revenue with them, because Nintendo is one of the few companies too dumb
this is
to
what
know
I
that
talked
people
about
making
before.
videos on their games.
Franga.
Wait, what glitch?
This is what
This is what Fritango was talking about
content
before, the
creator.
Nintendo Creators Program, where they
Oh,
have to
yeah.
pay Nintendo to make fucking videos for them. Hey, Nintendo, how about you make money by your fucking self, you greedy fucking retards? How about that?
I was originally gonna go over
You
this
didn't make the
before.
video. Oh, but we made the game. Were you playing the game?
Free advertising. If you're showing off Mario's fat cake to your audience, you better be giving a slice to Daddy Nintendo. Share some of them coins.
Even if it sucks, like you have to give your coins up. Like that's why I can't understand how these fanboys are so brainwashed. It's like you're literally.
You know, when I was younger, I couldn't.
Mario coin sound.
I'm gonna be honest. When I was younger, I didn't know if I couldn't tell if Nintendo was Italian or fucking Japanese, bro.
I thought they were when I was younger. I thought they were in America. Then recently I found out they were Japanese, and I was like, "What? Really?"
You don't get the joke, do you?
Because Mario's an Italian plumber.
Nope. It's because a lot of penny pinching motherfuckers live in
Point.
Italy.
Oh yeah.
The Nintendo Switch 2 released at a cool $450,
I mean, that is.
and along with that, they decided that they would go ahead and be the villain the video game industry needed and raise the price of
Maybe they
games to
should
$80.
relocate to Italy and
If you
fit
want-
that Godfather fucking Sopranos fucking vibe they've been always wanting to fucking go with. The fucking evil mafia mastermind.
In fact,
Maybe they
what-
should relocate to
they
Italy,
should-
bro.
They should give America the pocket penny
Because
to relocate
here's the
to
thing.
Italy.
Here's the thing. The funny thing is, when you think of mafia boss, you think of Tony Soprano. When you think of Yakuza, I honestly don't think of their past. They've rebranded pretty well, actually. They're actually more professional. And I think the most unprofessional thing a corporation can do with ties to the Yakuza is act so fucking money hungry that it just has no fucking basis in reality. Come on.
100%.
plays the
Sound
mouth.
like an Italian. Go to Italy.
They should go to Italy and give pocket pay America and go just fucking corrupt Italy or something.
Monkey,
feel like it'd
you're
be-
going to have to
It'd
pay
make
a premium
baller-ass
price,
fucking movie too.
bitch. We have Nintendo to thank for the fact that other gaming companies are now trying to raise the price of their games to $80. Right after Nintendo pulled this shit, Microsoft wanted to charge $80 for The Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah, we talked about this.
We
in the
made them
interview.
shut that shit down because ain't nobody gonna pay $80 for that retarded shit.
Nope.
Fuck no.
I
It's
ain't
a
paying
deep
$80 for
disaster
that
anyway.
retarded shit. I'd rather not game.
I'm not gonna fucking pay $80 for shit unless it's a fucking premium bundle, which I don't
Unless
pay
it's
for
really,
anyway.
really- unless it's really,
Why the
really
fuck
worth
did
it.
Nintendo fans fall for the trap when I would argue that Nintendo fans are sometimes smarter than Xbox players? But how are they? And that's a controversial take, okay?
They're not.
But if given that, how weren't they fucking smart enough to tell Nintendo to back the fuck off with the $80 price tag?
Because,
It gets even
Indoctrination.
worse with ZA, but it gets even worse with Pokemon ZA. Apparently, the whole thing includes
I would
the whole package for $100.
rather have my
Includes the base game, the DLC, and the NSO fees for ranked battles, so you can get the Mega Stones for the Kalos Stars as.
You know what's fucked up? Is this the Outer Worlds 2?
Yes, it is.
This is worth $80 more than that fucking Mario Kart game is, bro. Swear to God.
100,000%.
Oh, no,
I would
thought
actually
Legends
pay
ZA
$80
when I was
for
talking
this
about
shit
that. I was
instead
talking
of that
about
Mario
that.
Kart
organs
shit.
But
replaced with Silly Putty by an intergalactic species, then pay $80 for fucking Outer Worlds 2. And most people agreed, so Microsoft backed off and lowered the price. But not Nintendo. Tears of the Kingdom, a game that came out 2 years ago, 80 smackaroos, please. Nintendo is no stranger to controversy.
Oh yeah, that's the
I mean,
that's
you-
the
I
last
mean,
game Oz
did you
said he
expect-
played.
Did you expect anything different?
Nope.
There's literally OTK in the fucking abbreviation of that fucking game, bro.
Exactly.
OTK.
Literally, OTK is literally in there.
They'll do anything if it helps their bottom line. If you paid them $10 to drop kick a puppy off a cliff,
They'll do that. Yep, they'll do anything for money. The money-hungry whores.
they would probably do it. And they'd probably...
And if you told them to sacrifice their own kid, they would fucking do it. If you told
You
them
know,
to go jump
here's
off
the
a
difference
bridge,
between. Here's the difference between that one guy in the Bible sacrificing his child for God and not having his child killed for it. Nintendo would do it regardless of if the kid got killed or not, and not even for God.
no, exactly. And that's the
They
problem.
sacrifice-
These
If
people
they
are
couldn't get money from God,
Wait, hold
if
on.
they couldn't get money from God for sacrificing their child, they'd do it.
Hold on.
They give
Wait,
it to
hold
Satan.
on. Let me finish real quick. Nintendo, they literally don't. That's the thing. These people are treating Nintendo as the same level as God. It's like, no, this is a gaming company. Of course, they don't give a fuck about you. They only care about your money. They don't care about you. That's why they literally will do anything for the money, not for you, for the money. That's what they're doing it for.
They're treating
And
they're
people-
treating Nintendo like God when they should be treating it like the devil.
Yeah, Nintendo is the devil. They're the devil taking all your money away. And if you want to be broke because of Nintendo, be my guest. But I'm not going to be broke because of Nintendo. I'm not going to spend $80 on fucking console games. That's stupid. On Switches and shit. On retarded ass games like Mario Kart. Like, no, Mario Kart used to be way cheaper back in the day.
smile while they're doing it. But now...
No, actually, Mad Fox brings up a great point. There's a difference between fans and fanboys.
Exactly.
The regular fans actually understand there's a line here, and they're not fans anymore. That's why we only have the fanboys remaining.
Even then, like, there are still a few fans that want to hold on, but they're not fanboying and agreeing with every single thing. That's the difference between fans and fanboys. Actual fans and supporters don't agree on everything, and they still support, and they'll still like give feedback and whatever, and they're not gonna go out and fucking and go argue with every single person about it. As fanboys will literally just glaze you for attention for themselves, and they will literally go on every other channel and defend you like constantly, like they do for Nintendo. That's what fanboys do. Fanboys are literally ball washers. You can't have any criticism.
Ball washers, bro.
They are. Like what other word besides ball washers can you describe these fanboys? They're literally ball washers.
What? You're not wrong, bro. They washed
I wish I had someone to wash
The washing. Hey yo. Anyways, that's you just sounded like a Nintendo like there, right there. Holy.
They've gone
I
too
wish I was Nintendo though.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
far.
No, the fuck you don't.
Because in real life you'll benefit, but in the afterlife, God's not gonna like you. Just saying.
Oh yeah, totally.
Really just taking the
God's
pee
gonna
at this
fucking
point.
call
They
you
have
a
made
retard for that.
several devious patents on things that they really shouldn't have been able to patent. But somehow they did. This is one of the patents here. You can read all of that if you're...
Y'all want to read this stuff?
No one
Let's
wants
read
to
it. Let's read it. What does it say?
United States patient. Hold on. United States.
Patent.
Hold on. Stop interrupting me. Unless you want to read it. You wanna read
Yeah,
it?
let me read it actually. Hold on. Yep, I do. Let's see. Fuck, your quality is... Oh shit, let me zoom in. United States patent Omori. What the fuck is an Omori, bro?
Fritanga actually did a video on this where he talked to a lawyer in great detail about this.
I'll be honest, Triton, you should read it while I explain. Well,
Yeah,
when you read
I
it,
tried, and you
then
keep
I'll-
interrupting me. You can't interrupt me when I read it.
you said patient. You didn't say patent. Had
Yeah,
to
I said
correct you
patch.
there.
All right. So it says storage medium, information processing system, information processing apparatus, and game processing method
Apparatus.
applicates Nintendo company. All right. So I think the main thing that's important here is the abstract. As an example of information process system moves a player character on a field based on movement, operation, and input. The information processing system causes a sub-character on the field based on a first operational input when an enemy character is placed on the location. where the character is caused to appear. The information processing system controls a battle by far first mode, in which the battle processed based on operation input when the enemy character is not placed at the location. The information system processing starts automatic control of it on blah 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 blah. All right. Sorry, I'm not gonna lie.
So basically,
I'm not gonna lie, Combat
basically-
Wombat. Your video. This is. I can't read this because your quality's terrible. It ain't my quality. It's Combat Wombat's.
fair enough.
Here, you can
So
read
basically, I'm
all of
getting
that
the
if you're
gist that
fluent.
this
Okay.
cat-
Okay. Hey. There's a cleaner version
Fuck
right
no.
here. All right. So an example of information. All right. Y'all can read it. It's right here, basically.
So this is literally just character detects you and puts you in fight.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. How many fucking games have already fucking done this shit?
I'll-
How the fuck did this get through the patent office?
And that's the
I'm
problem.
telling you, man.
That's the problem.
City
Nintendo-
workers are lazy as fuck.
Yeah. Hold on.
Government workers are lazy as fuck, and this
That
is
proves-
why this passed.
And that proves my point that Nintendo's unoriginal. They're literally unoriginal. They cannot let go of shit. They have to do what every other game does. Put a character in. It's like, how many games done that? Every single game. Like, what the fuck? Nintendo's never going to improve. They're just not.
In bullshit and hieroglyphics, but the TLDR is that they have patented the idea of summoning a sub-character to fight an enemy. The very idea of calling forth a game character and having it fight enemies for you. You know, like in Pokemon. You throw the ball and this...
Yep, like in Pokemon, you throw the ball, you fight enemies. It was fun in the 2007, 2013 era, but it's not fun now. Power World's more fun.
It's unoriginal.
It's definitely unoriginal. And in fact, like Power World has a lot more features that Pokemon doesn't.
Bro, you know how unoriginal you wanna know how fucking long already been a thing? Anybody remember Fallout 4 came out in 2015, right? Well, there was a mod called Cheat Terminal, where with a spawn NPC grenade. So basically, it's a little bit different, but it works the same. Grenade is in the shape of a ball, right? You throw it, and then an NPC pops. You can have it fight for you, fight you, or just remain neutral.
Damn.
What does that sound? What the fuck does that sound like, bro? Like it literally. And they
pops
patent it
out
like
and
fucking 10 years later.
Yeah.
smites your enemies? The fuck even is this thing? My uncle? The issue is that this patent is broad as hell. A lot of games have game mechanics where you summon a character to fight for you. Just off the top of my head, Final Fantasy has summons. That's one of the biggest parts of Final Fantasy X, and that game slaps ass. They also patented capturing creatures with an aim and toss mechanic. This was just a big middle finger to Palworld, because Palworld came out and was basically Pokemon with guns, and people loved it. Nintendo wasn't a big fan of getting cucked by a little indie team, so they're throwing a temper tantrum and trying to screw them over. Another patent they made, and this one is some
Nintendo,
bullshit.
if you're watching, how about you fucking make something new for once, you pathetic fucking retards? Holy shit.
Exactly.
You got this butthurt over indie studio? You have like 12 times the fucking people and you still can't fucking innovate.
And you know,
Fucking innovate,
and
motherfucker.
you know what's crazy too? They have the money to upgrade. They have the money to do it. They can do it. There's no excuse for Nintendo. Nintendo should have been ahead of Palworld. They have way more money than Palworld.
Going to, bro. They're not going to.
Shitnable. They have patented the idea of a flying mount. Are you twisting my nipples with a fork? You can't do that. Use a spoon. How many games have flying mounts? World of Warcraft, Ark Survival Evolved, you can fly pterodactyls in that game. Very neat. Skyrim has flying on a dragon. That's the issue with these super broad patents. They can apply to a metric ton of games.
This is so fucking broad. I could classify a flying mount as a fucking helicopter.
Yep.
Who the fuck at the patent office authorized this patent to be passed? They're fucking dumb.
Retards.
They're actually retarded.
They're
They're
retarded.
retarded.
Like, that's the thing. They're retarded.
games.
Yeah.
Now, they may not be able to go after older games for having these game mechanics, but the issue that this could potentially pose is that it could affect what future games, especially from indie developers, are able to do. Any indie developers that want to include flying on a creature of some kind has to weigh if they want to risk having Nintendo swoop in and smother them with their dummy-thick legal team. Obviously, there's a chance that Nintendo doesn't bother going after every game that uses their patented systems and only go after...
They didn't go after Daima.
Of course not.
They're gonna only go after the people that cannot fight back. That's all they're gonna go after, is the people that they know they could win.
Or the people who pissed them off.
Yeah.
Oh no! If someone with a lot of money pisses them off, they don't do jack shit.
They
It's
can't
only the
because,
ones they know
I guess
they have a sure victory.
because they'll get their ass beat.
after games that more obviously copy their IPs.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
But
I fucking
we're
hate
talking
that
about
advertisement,
Nintendo
bro.
here. They're well known for being extremely aggressive with their
Wawa
legal team.
advertisement.
They'll sue you if you even
Yeah, honestly, YouTube should do.
They're putting him in our state whether you like it or not, Glitch.
Look at
Accept it
Mario.
and move on.
if they even get a whiff of
I don't like Wawa though. Wawa's food's actually good. Hot take, I know.
Yeah, it's
something
more
that could
car-centric.
even
More a
potentially
car-centric
cost
type
them a
of
couple
place,
of
right?
bucks, they're going to swoop in and shut that shit down. What I don't understand is how Nintendo was allowed to actually patent this shit. Who let them cook? Who even let them in the kitchen? Why would anyone allow a
Somebody
multi-billion
who wasn't
dollar
paying
company?
attention. They obviously
Someone
didn't
who
have
gets
security.
Someone who gets paid off easily, probably.
That's a possibility, but also keep in mind that they like to put people like to put so much bullshit. in
patent
these
the mo-
patents that's almost completely normal for them to just skim where
Most
the patent is
basic
and say,
game
"Look at it
mechanics.
approved."
Ones that
Yeah. That's how the DoD stole the water car from somebody who they killed, by the way.
Damn.
The more
games
you
have been
know.
using for years. Summoning a character is the most broad and up to interpretation shit I've ever heard in my life. What counts as summoning a character? In Skyrim, when I summon a big booty Dremora to clap the cheeks of my enemies, can I expect an ICBM to enter my domicile and explode me? And if you're legally allowed to patent a game mechanic this basic that a lot of games have used, why haven't any other companies done it? If it's that simple to have a monopoly on that kind of thing. Are we going to patent jumping next? Only Mario can jump!
Only Mario could jump in the sky, whip out his cock.
Well, does Power World have a jumping mechanic?
Yep.
Yes,
Effect-
you
yeah.
can jump. You can also glide.
Well, don't be surprised it comes up later in the year.
Don't
You're
even
welcome.
think
Yeah, they probably will include that in the lawsuit too.
Why not?
Think
They already
about adding
removed gliding pals. Any
Platforming
pals that
to your-
uses a glider have been removed. Well, they aren't removed. They just no longer provide gliding. Instead, they add bonuses to the base gliders.
Is it because of Nintendo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck Nintendo.
You also
game.
can't throw your pal spheres to release
I'll
pals
eat you.
anymore either.
Hell,
They get
why
released on the ground now.
doesn't EA patent the idea of milking their player base like cows? Why don't they patent that one? Remember that Lord of the Rings game back
Actually, EA
in the
doesn't do that as
Mesopotamian
much anymore, surprisingly.
Oh god, the Nemesis system.
era with the Nemesis
This
system?
is actually
People love
something that pisses
It was
me
a
the
really
fuck
unique
off.
game.
Warner Brothers patented that and didn't let anybody else use it because they're a bunch of fucking losers,
Yeah,
bro.
and they never used it again themselves.
I think somebody
Mechanic
should
that led to
dispute that patent, by the way. I really think they
dynamic
should.
storytelling. You could run into an orc that you fought earlier in the game, and he would remember you
Warframe
and what
already
happened in the
got
fight.
around it.
It made the encounters feel personal and
Some
unique every
versions
time.
of
Well,
the Nemesis system in their game. It's called a coup.
Fucking do it anyway. And if I was a big gaming developer, I'd be like, just fucking do it anyway. We'll deal with the lawsuit
Yeah,
because
exactly.
these idiots haven't fucking done it in years.
Mm-hmm.
Take that bitch over.
Well, that sucks, because Warner Brothers patented the mechanic in 2021, haven't done anything with it, and now no one else can make a similar system, get absolutely triple scoped. But at least they were patenting a cool personality system that was super unique. Nintendo is patenting shit that has existed in games since the early 1300s. It's unfair, and it fills me with a rage that only Luigi could soothe. Love that guy. Best Nintendo character, and I'll dropkick anyone who doesn't agree. Top 3 reasons Luigi is the
Luigi sucks. They all suck. Nintendo sucks ass. Come fight me, bitch.
Luigi sucks because he's green.
Yeah, he's green.
He's green like the money Nintendo wipes their ass with.
Yep, that's what. In fact, they use Luigi's hat to wipe their ass because the hat is the money.
And I ain't going near nobody who lets a corporation use their hat as a company's ass wipe.
Yep.
Are we
Best
sure his mustache isn't shit?
Yeah, it is the shit. It's the shit. Like Luigi's literally the toilet pummeler.
Yeah, I know. What if his mustache isn't a mustache at all? It's literally just a bunch of shit he rubbed
Just
on his
pile.
face.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, he is a plumber.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up, you fucking weird ass motherfucker, dude.
You know-
Shut the fuck up.
You know, we still got a new audience here. They probably think we're weird fucks now.
Yeah, what the fuck, Glitch? What the fuck?
You'll get
Fucking
used to
weird
it.
ass.
ever made. Number 1. Luigi is such a
Gay.
pimp that he wins in Mario Party by
And that's all piss right there.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up, dude.
Now we're just going with it to annoy Dan.
Yeah.
doing
Bro,
nothing.
it's fucking gay like
What a power
Nintendo.
move. Fuck Donkey Kong. Number 2.
Well, not as gay as Nintendo. Definitely not. I'm not
God,
gay
this
at all.
ear rape section. Of
In
this
fact,
video.
I'm
Play
skipping
it!
it.
His brother, not
Oh my god, Combat Wombat, I'm gonna drop kick you with the ear rape.
no prisoners.
Drop
Is it
kick
the
a
re-
wombat, bro.
Is it the rest of the video he does this shit?
Talking
No,
about.
probably
Anyways, these patents suck.
There we go, you dumb fuck. Alright, sorry. Anyways.
D1, you almost had a D1 crash out, bro.
Sorry, Combat Wombat, I love you. Please still come on the show.
Fuck it, now you're being a corporate
Okay.
shill.
I'm trying. I'm being a G.
They're just going to
Alright,
stifle
play the
innovation
video.
and cause developers to have to possibly abandon key mechanics in their games. And that sucks fat weenor. These little indie studios don't have the cheddar cheese to take on a big, multi-billion-dollar company just because
And that's why they do it. That's why they sue them, because they don't got the cheese for it.
The best
wanted
way to
to-
get around this is if all the indie studios work together and just use Randy Pitchford as a sacrifice.
to add writable wombats in their game. It's going to lead to less creative freedom to use a basic mechanic that's been around forever. Maybe I'm a simpleton and I don't understand patents well enough. Maybe they won't really be able to enforce this shit because it's too broad. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments.
All
The
right.
more likely scenario is that, yes, they really won't be able to fucking enforce it because games have already done the thing before they patented it. But it's still fucking gay.
All right. So final thoughts on Nintendo before I end the stream. I gotta go deal with some family shit.
Nintendo sucks. There.
They do
Nintendo,
suck.
Nintendo, I have a really big fan that wants to see everything you do in your headquarters. His name is Abdullah Shazir. He is in Iran. Please give him a 3DS when he's there, man.
Oh god. Fritanga's honestly shitty, and and if Fritzita somehow, he's probably not still watching, but shout out to Fritangaplays for coming on the show. That was a really good interview. I'm glad we got to rip on Nintendo, and also, he made a lot of funny jokes and gave a lot of good insight too on just how Nintendo's a piece of fucking shit company.
Shout out to my homie Abdullah Shazir.
Oh my god. Anyways, I think that does it for the Ravencast. It's been me, King Lord Triton. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Also, shout out to Dan and Glitch, best Best Color Glitch, and best co-host Dan. Thank y'all for coming on the shows, and thank you for coming on the interview. I really do appreciate y'all.
No problem.
Y'all make the spirit of Ravencast possible. And it's been me, Triton. Hit the like button or else. Hit the like button or I become a Jewish shill. I'm trolling. Anyways, it's been me, Triton.
No,
like
Abdullah Shazir will show up to your house and force you to click the like button.
I will you know what? I'll do that. I'm gonna go to your house and force you to click it if you don't click it right now. Anyways, it's been me,
right.
Press the
Lord
like button or
Triton.
I'll follow you home and kill your dog.
Shut the fuck up, Postal Dude. Okay, thank you guys for